Last year was Marcos Ambrose's first full Sprint Cup season, coming with JTG Doherty Racing. He had 4 top 5s and finished a very respectable 18th in the point standings. His best finish on an oval came in the summer race at Bristol. Most importantly, he locked himself into the first 5 races of the 2010 season. Marcos Ambrose, welcome to the Race Hub. I'm glad to have you here. Now, you were a busy man in the offseason. Tell me a little bit about what you did.
I just disappeared. On the Monday after Homestead, I was gone. I mean, I was on the first plane back to Australia. It's pretty hard to get called for anything when you're 14,000 miles away. And I used that time to basically just reflect on my year, spend some time with my family. Racing is a fairly selfish business, so I've got 2 young kids and 2 young daughters who, I love to hang around with, but during the racing season, it's hard. So it's my chance to really get away 6 to 7 weeks of just no racing, all family, and just use that time to reflect and think about who I am and what I need to do to be better.
Cool.
Marcos, the kind of racing that you did when you were back in Australia called V8 Supercars, but a lot of our fans don't know much about that. You won a couple of championships, which got you in front of the Ford people, but tell them about that kind of racing and how different it is than what you're doing today. Well,
it's a great series. It's really Australia's version of NASCAR. It's got standard road-going cars, standard road panels around basically a racing cage, and they run about 640 horsepower, all road racing based, and it's GM versus Ford. And it's just a great series. It's really, it's tough racing. The teams are very competitive. It's a big sport in Australia. It's about the 2nd or 3rd biggest sport in the country, and it runs the whole season. And now it's travelling overseas. It's going to the Middle East, and it's going to New Zealand, and they're really growing as a sport. It's a lot of fun, and it really cut my teeth in hard, aggressive racing. It didn't get me ready for ovals, but it sure got me ready for hard, tough racing.
You were the star in that series. Why would you go from being at the very top of the series to coming to America and really starting at the bottom?
That's a good question, and there were many times where I really questioned the move that I made to come to America. It's been a really long, hard journey for me, tougher than I ever imagined, but I think it was perfect timing for me. I'd been in Europe racing Formula cars,
right.
Had gone back to Australia, re-energised my career, won a couple of championships. I was 29, had a brand new baby, and if I didn't make the move then, I was never going to make another move in racing. I always viewed myself as an international driver. And so, I'd won 2 championships in Australia. I had really nowhere to go. And I was either going to just cruise for the next 10, 15 years, or I was going to just re-up it and try again. So it was only natural for me to come to America. When you come to America, there's only really one form of racing, and that's NASCAR. So, it just stars aligned. I had a lot of luck on my side too. Dan Davis, John Szymanski, who are running the Ford racing program at the time, I had a bit of a connection with, and they really helped me get started in NASCAR, and the rest is history. It was just a lot of hard work, a lot of grinding, and it was a stubborn choice to really come over at that time. It was, I'm on top of the pile here, but yet, I walked away from it all, and I'm pleased it's working out for me.
It's really been fun to watch your progress as you started in Camping World Trucks up through Nationwide into Cup. And it's hard to imagine that you have less than 150 starts for me, but here's what I'm really worried about. You're going to go to Daytona with roses all over your race car. Tell us the story about that.
Well, imagine an Australian guy. During Valentine's Day, running roses on his car in the Daytona 500. You've got to be a big man to be able to carry that off. So I'm really looking forward to it. But Kroger's brand new in the Cup Series as far as sponsorship's concerned, and we're hoping to really blow it out of the water on Valentine's Day for the roses. And Kroger is actually the biggest florist in the world. I had no idea about that. So we're really excited about it. I've never had roses on my race car before. This is going to be a first. But, I just really am excited about it. And plus, my wife's in Australia during the Daytona races, so I'm going to send her some flowers to try and make up for me not being there on Valentine's Day.
I learn something new every time I come to the Hub. That's good information. You have time to stick around for a few minutes?
Sure do.
Okay, well, we want to talk to you in just a few minutes. Marcos isn't going anywhere. He's going to hang out, give us a little more of his information, of his background, and we're going to see what's coming up next in his racing career.
Here comes Marcos. We told you this could just be his day. Marcos Ambrose needs to tiptoe here. Marcos Ambrose goes to victory lane for the first time in his career at Watkins Glen.
Way to go, mate! See, I can't believe it, man. What a day. Great job, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Welcome back to the Hub. Marcos Ambrose still with us here in the Hub. Now, Marcos, 2 wins in the Nationwide Series at the Glen and oh so close in the Cup Series. We know you are good on the road courses. How about the ovals?
Well, one of the big things that when I came to America was really to expose myself to the oval style of racing. I've never really done it before. I had never driven on dirt. Australia's got a great sprint car scene, but it's just never really part of it. So I've had a really big learning curve on the ovals, and I'm feeling now that I'm as ready to win anywhere, not just road course racing, but it can come any week. And that's what makes our team so excited about 2010 is that you never know when that breakout week's going to come. We ran well on super speedways, short tracks, Bristol, and the intermediates at the end. I mean, Homestead was awesome for me taking the lead there in the first part of the race before my tyres went flat and it all went away on me. But just really exciting, and we've got a lot of blue sky in front of us, and that's the most exciting part for us really is we know it could happen any week, and so you've got a lot of momentum and a lot of motivation when you think that way.
I was interested, to see how that whole JTG Michael Waltrip thing was going to work out. It appears like the success is certainly, you saw it at least in the second half of last year.
It's just been an awesome partnership, and it's the biggest, most successful thing we've ever done. When we went cup racing and we got the sponsorships in and everything, it's like, okay, how are we going to do this? For a one-car team, we've got enough money to run a car. How are we going to compete? And we knew very early on that we had to try to merge in with somebody, an existing group. And we found the Waltrip family and the whole MWR stable there, and it's just been a great partnership. They've taken us in. It's like a marriage in there. On the competition side, they look after everything. The cars, the people, the infrastructure, everything is taken care of by Michael Waltrip Racing, and allows us to really focus on the activation of the marketing and to grow our team to where it needs to be. One day, JTG may be able to run that scale on their own, but right now I think it just works for both parties really well, and it's just a good partnership. I mean, JTG is a standalone team, but we've got so much help and assistance from Michael Waltrip Racing that, I mean, it's like 2 teams, joined together. It's just a great thing, and I think it's a role, a case study for other teams to follow, because we are fully integrated. We base ourselves out of the Michael Waltrip Racing shop, and I think that really pays dividends.
You had amazing momentum at the end of 2009. What are the aspirations now for 2010?
Well, not to get carried away. I mean, I've been down this racing road before where you have high expectations and then you don't deliver early on and then everybody gets down. So I think the first thing we had to focus on is to just try to win a race and contend for the chase and just be consistent and just spread that over the course of the year. Don't blow off that, we're going to win a championship or we're going to win 5 races or anything major. Let's just focus on just delivering, each and every week, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But it's about managing expectations, I think, at this point, not getting too excited because, there's a lot of hard work to be done. I mean, Jimmy Johnson set a very high standard for everybody to chase. Yeah. And we want to take him down, and we'll try our very best, but you've got to keep it all in check. You've got to keep that. You've got to keep motivated, and by getting overexcited and disappointed, that doesn't help anybody.
Sure. Now, we know you get a lot of frequent flyer miles. Your wife and Tabitha and Adelaide are back over in Tasmania. But what are you going to do about your future? Because if your kids live here in the States long enough, they might start to talk fun.
I think we've already found that out. One is actually Adelaide, our youngest. She was born here in America, so she's our green card. I mean, hopefully it'll all work out for us down the path. And we go home and everyone accuses us of sounding American. We come here and, of course, we don't sound American. So I think we're right in the middle right now. But we really enjoy our life here in the USA. It's just a great country, and we have the best of both worlds. I mean, my girls, they follow the endless summer. They go back to Australia and enjoy the sun rays down there, and then they come back. And I try to split it about 8 months in America for them and 4 months back in Australia to see friends and family and just try and keep their Australian roots intact.
Thanks a lot for coming here. We can't wait to see you at Daytona. The duels are coming up. That should be some fun racing.
Just watch out for those roses. The roses are going to go to the front.
Flowers on his car. That'll be interesting. Well, the Hub Count